Here we stand at the cliff of choice, where dreams are created and destroyed. Created because you take a step forward and leap off into the unknown, allowing the wings of courage and trust in something greater, in something beyond your wildest dreams to carry you. Or destroyed because you take a step back and go to what you know to be familiar, your comfort zone. But in this full moon in Leo, it's asking you to get uncomfortable. It's asking you to confidently do something different. It's asking you to rise to the occasion. It's asking you to trust in your personal journey. It's asking you to be fearless. This full moon in Leo is letting you know, in order for different, you have to do different. In order to receive extraordinary, you have to be bold. You have to take risks. So as you are standing on that cliff of choice, of decision, I ask you, my love, be bold. What's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't work out, you can always return to what you know. Hello, my moon children. It is Tori, the hope dealer of Guided Intuition, and I'm here to break down this energy of this full moon in Leo. Though I love astrology, I am not an astrologer, though I know some amazing women that are. Of course, the lovely K Moon, definitely check out her channel. She did an update on this full moon in Leo and what it means to us. So my love muffins, I just want to point out the fact that Guided Intuition has hit 30,000 subscribers. OMG. I just want to say I love you guys. Welcome to the family. Everyone who rides with me, everyone who believes in the core values and everything that Guided Intuition stands for. And that simply is someone embracing their personal power, someone loving their self courageously, knowing their worth and accepting who they are wholeheartedly, because those are the keys, all right, that unlock the doors to your wildest dreams becoming a reality. And anyone who hits that subscribe button, you vibe with me, that is what you are embracing. And that is the journey that you are on. So it is such an honor, and I am so grateful. And I send up loads of gratitudes for all of my beautiful love muffins. And what a way to celebrate and truly invoke this energy of the full moon in Leo. Now, we all know what Leo stand for, honey. Okay, like I don't know a humble Leo, not yet. Okay, down to my 15-year-old niece, honey. Leos are loud. Leos are in your face, and they don't even try to be. They are just themselves. That is the energy that Leos embody. Okay. You already know that this full moon in Leo is going to be like no other. As I started to get these downloads, guys, you know how spirit works with me. It's like, I want to say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we even come into this energy, certain events and certain things will start to happen and unravel. And that message that you heard at the beginning of that video, that is a channeled message from the divine, to really let you know what this energy holds for you and what you're going to be experiencing and going through. And I know this it looks so different, guys. I was like, okay, spirit. But as I was shuffling and getting ready, these were some of the cards that fell out. So this is the message that spirit really wants to open with. And then we'll see, you know, what else comes out of it. First thing that I do want to let my love muffins know and my moon children, it is very important that you ground yourself in this energy. This energy is very potent. It's very electric. It's very alive. Okay, like your creative juices are going to be flowing. Like you're going to get this boast of confidence. Okay, when you decide to jump off of that cliff that I talked about. Okay, when you make the decision to come out of your comfort zone, when you make the decision to embrace your personal power, when you take a stance for yourself, and for all of us that can look different, but when you take a stance for yourself, okay, when you say, you know what, enough is enough. Here I go. I'm going to show up in whatever form that looks like to you. it is going to be electrifying. Okay. So you definitely want to make sure that you ground yourself in this moment, because the theme of this energy that we're tapping into in the full moon and Leo is the come up. You understand me? You know how you've been working quietly by yourself. You've been figuring some things out. You've been planting seeds. You get what I'm saying? You've been passing these lessons. Like, this is the come up. You know, I feel like when I talked about us standing on this cliff as a collective, in order to get to this cliff, you had to journey. You had to go through obstacles. You had to go through dark nights of the souls. You had to make decisions. You had to, go underground, come up, fall down, get back up. You had to maneuver all the way up to this mountain to get to this cliff. And finally, this is like, what is that word? I want to say it's this English word that I heard in the movie and I loved how it sounded. Like, I can't think of it right now, but basically the climax, okay? You are right here at the top. You are at the top of the cliff. We know this whole time what we were journeying up to this cliff. It was for us, some of us knew, but some you didn't know. Why you were going through what you were going through, why you were experiencing what you were experiencing. It's all about like in this very moment, okay? You're at this cliff and you're being asked to leap, to jump into your next experience, to jump into the next stage or phase of your life, of your business, of love. For all of us, it can look different. It can be all of those things that I just named. You're being asked to take a leap of faith. You have to make a decision. Are you going to jump or are you going to turn around? I feel like the divine universe spirit is supporting us. And this next leap of faith that you have to take, you have to make a decision. Like, am I going to, open up to love? Am I going to move away from the things that don't serve me? Am I going to open up? Am I going to, you're being asked these questions and to do these things. But we have the support of this full moon in Leo. And I really feel like it was going to take Leo for us to do that, because these changes that you're making in your life, they're not like anything that you've ever made before. So no one can tell you, okay, what it's going to look like on the other side when you take that leap. You're just going to have to take a leap of faith. That's where faith and trust comes in, And one of the things that I want to let you know, that the decisions that you're making that are going to transform your life and change it for the better, okay? In order to get extraordinary, you got to be different. You got to be bold. You got to be radical. And I'm going to let you know right now, I posted it on my Instagram. So if you didn't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do at torithehopedealer, okay? But the card that came out of the threads of fate was the revolutionary. And that is someone who stands up for a cause, like Martin Luther King, okay, or all of the greats who, had to be bold in their time and stand up for something, even in that moment that nobody else was doing this, it didn't look like that. That's the kind of confidence that you're embodying when it comes to your life. This next move that you're about to make. I wish I can tell you that you're going to have support. You're going to have support from spirit in you, but like outside support. But no, that confirmation that you're getting, like, okay, I need to go do this. Nah, you're not going to receive that. This is something solely within yourself. You have to make this decision within yourself. Only you can do it. It's only you and the divine, okay, on that cliff. You can't bring everybody. You can't bring old habits, because those old habits are not going to open new doors. And I feel like this journey up into this cliff, you've been shedding, you've been, been lightening the load. Now it's all about you're here. And I promise you, if you're bold enough to jump, man, the payoff, when you listen to your intuition, whatever your intuition is asking you to do to open up, even if it's foreign, even if it's what you're not used to doing, even if it's something that, you're like, nah, that's not me. Man, do something different. You never know what is you. I'm going to tell you something. Me and my best friend, one of the things, guys, is that I took a vow. I'm a reborn again vegetarian, okay? And I'm getting back comfortable, to different vegetables and different, different foods. And for so long, I talked so much shit about kale. I just couldn't stand it because I heard someone else talk about it, made like kale collard greens during one time at Thanksgiving, and like I think my little cousin was like throwing up, and I was like, I am never eating kale. And I had just had it in my mind that kale was gross, kale was nasty. But then me and my best friend went up to like the Loving Hut. It's a vegan restaurant, and we ordered like the potato soup with kale, and it had like regular potatoes with sweet potato and kale. And I was so hungry because in that time we were fasting. So I was like, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna tear this thing up. And when I was eating it, I was like, ooh, this kale is so delicious. And this whole time I was like, I don't like kale. It's gross. No, I don't want to do that. That's not me. It's different. It's foreign. It's weird. It's just not familiar to me. Turns out that was the best thing. I like it more than spinach. I like it more than any kind of lettuce. Like, that's the thing, because I like crunch, but also with crunch, I don't like the taste. And like with spinach, I love spinach, but it gives me a bite back. Kale doesn't do that. Like, I'm in love with kale, but until I was forced into a circumstance to do something new or to try something, I would have never known that, this is what I like and this is what I want. Had I made a decision to stay in my comfort zone and stick to that story, like, no, I would have never got out of my box. And that is what this energy is asking you. Come out of your box. Get out that damn box. Y'all hear them sirens? That's how serious it is, okay? So come out of your box. So this is what we're going to do, okay? This is the energy right here that you have to embody right now in this very moment. Be bold. Be different. Okay? Be who you are at your core. Be unique. Do what it is that you want to do. Honor yourself. This is the energy that you have to embody. And right here, okay, is what is going on. This is what's going on currently in this energy. This stone is supporting us because, I don't know, I just wanted it here. Okay? My mom gave it to me. So, I kid you not, guys. This card that flew out, of course, it is the Queen of Wands. But I kid you, I did not take this card out. This card was shuffled out, okay? And I'm like, look at Leo really coming through, showing up in their own reading, in their own energy, okay? And listen, I just want to tell everybody, thank you for all of the love. Thank you for all of the light. Thank you for commenting on the glitter on my hands. Yes, I love glitter. I love sparkle. Okay, so energy that we have to embody right now is the Queen of Wands, okay? And to me, it's no coincidence, hope I said that word right, that this is what we have to come into. We know the Queen of Wands is all about being vibrant, okay? All about, having the confidence, knows her power, a leader as she sits on her throne with her. Anytime I see a wand, it's spiritual for me, okay? This kind of glow that you are embodying, it's not even though you will get things in the tangible world, but it has to come from inside. You understand me? And just some of the things, or just some of the what the Queen of Wands embodies in a person. It's a person who is affectionate, okay, generous, loyal, adventurous, fun, loving, dramatic, determined, impulsive, daring, passionate, proud, honest, aloof, okay, hauntily, and egotistical. Now, so I know we heard egotistical, okay, or hauntily. Don't let those words scare you. But I love the Queen of Wands because she does not shy away from her darkness. She doesn't shy away from her light, or she doesn't shy away from her darkness. And to truly be in balance with ourselves, we have to accept every part of us. And the reason why I say she doesn't shy away from her darkness, you see her little cat right up here. We know what this cat omen means. It represents darkness. You see a black cat, like, oh my God, superstitious, all of the negative things. So you see all this light that she embraces. You see her darkness, she embraces too. Because believe it or not, darkness is good. I know, like, what, Tori? Yeah, but guess what? You can be love and light and everything beautiful and spice. You know me, y'all know me. But there are times where I have to embrace my boundaries, and that's when I need that. Like, I'm not about to play with you energy to come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever experienced, have been so loving, so nice, and, people, appreciate it, but then you get this one person or this one situation, it's like, you really finna sit up here and try me like this. And then you have to let them know, like, you're not going to play with me. It could be a person, place, situation, anything. Everything serves its purpose. And to truly embrace what this full moon in Leo has for us and where we're going in our life, we have to embody this Queen of Wands, the light and the dark. But the beautiful thing that I because believe it or not, darkness or whatever you want to, negativity, or sometimes you're going to get in those moods where it's like, oh my God, you know those little negative Nancy moods we get in. But I don't know if you can see it or not, but this Queen of Wands, she has her ego on a leash. Ego is always going to be inside of you. But you have the power to control it, to tame the beast within. But the beast is necessary. Okay? I hope I am explaining that right. Because where you are going, you might hear some no's on, if you know what I'm saying, you got to pick yourself back up, know what you know, and carry on. You might be the only one standing for the cause. You might be the only one doing what it is that you're doing. So this is the energy that you have to embody fully right here. The Queen of Wands, a wise leader. Okay? Embrace all of you. That is true happiness. When you embrace every part of you, when you're able to look at your shadow side, when you're able to look at things that are no longer serving you, let them go. Okay? Do what you got to do. Decrease your ego. And allow your light to shine. Okay, this is what this Leo, this full moon in Leo is going to help you do. Okay, tame that ego because it's a part of you. And this is one of the things that I was talking about. You can't heal what you deny. Okay. So with embodying the Queen of Wands, this is what's going to happen. Truth. I'm so sorry, guys. It says, see your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. This makes healthy when you're in balance. When you balance the light and the dark within inside yourself. That is true alignment. Too much light. Okay. Too nice. When you're too, I want to say too nice, but you don't have boundaries. We're going to call that black cat the boundaries. Everyone needs boundaries. You don't want to be too, I want to say stern. You get what I'm saying? Everything needs balance. So these situations that are showing up in your life right now is having you look at the truth so you can create balance within your life. All right, so now what we're going to read these cards right here. This is what your soul wants you to know about this full moon in Leo, okay? This is what your soul is asking you. And then lastly, we're going to see what this overall energy holds for us. Why you need to embrace this right here. This Queen of Wands energy. Why you need to embrace your truth, whatever that looks like for you, okay? So let's get these cards really quick. Okay, my love. So the first thing that your soul wants you to know in this full moon in Leo energy, we have, always mess his word up, pray I say it right, but perseverance, okay? It says, it seems you're on a massive journey right now. And this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing, okay, is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it. You just need to tackle it. Tackle it, okay? Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. This is why I said you got to embrace your shadow. You understand? It ain't all peaches and cream, but it's going to be worth it, okay? It's called the come up, honey. Listen, in that come up, you're going to cry, you're going to sweat, you're going to laugh, you're going to, be happy. You're going to experience a range of emotions, but it is going to be worth it, okay? It says complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way, okay? They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. It says that just doesn't sell a lot of posters, okay? So listen, you talk to any successful person who really made it big, they're all going to tell you their journey might be different, but there are some key ingredients that all of them are going to say, okay? So what your soul wants you to know, keep going. Keep it up, baby. I know that it may, be hard. I know that it's not ideal, but I promise you it is going to be worth it. Keep it up. All right. And then the next thing that your story wants you to know, your soul wants you to know right now. We have story of my life. Okay. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn, the prize for best inner, what is this? How is monologue? But you know what I mean. Dialogue or something like that. Listen, what your soul wants you to know, okay? It's all about what you choose to focus on. It's all about your perspective. I always like to say, love muffins, from the time I started guided intuition. Find the beauty in every situation. Okay? Find the beauty in every situation. I know that it might not be ideal. One of the things that I was talking to actually a couple of people about, and I'm actually going to be uploading a video on the channel, okay, where I talk about you can't heal what you hide, okay? I don't want you to live in certain things, you know what I'm saying? But in order to change, you have to first acknowledge some things and then start to find the beauty in every situation, every story. Every time you look for the beauty, you will find it in the darkest of places. Let's just talk about a relationship that ain't worth the 2 cents. Guess what? I know that happened, but now you know what it is that you want. Maybe that job didn't work out. Now you can really go for what it is that you desire. There is always beauty. It's all about if you're choosing to look for it. As I promise you, when you look for beauty, you will find it. This is so random, but Spirit is asking me to talk about it. Going back to, relationships, because as Valentine approaches and even before what Venus been doing, there has been a lot of different change when it comes to relationships, no matter what journey you define yourself on, soulmate, twin flame, it don't matter. Those are just titles, but there's an energy. There's been a lot going on, a lot of shedding, opening up to the love that you truly want and the love that you truly deserve being yours. A lot of inner child healing. So if you notice that a lot is going on when it comes to relationships, disconnecting, coming together, is because as a collective, we are healing and loving the inner child like never before. So guess what that means? That means people are opening up to love. That means People are disconnecting from certain relationships because maybe they got into that relationship because there was a wound. There was something, they were trying to find mommy or daddy, or they didn't receive the love from mommy and daddy or whatever. And they were looking for it in that person. But once they healed the inner child, now that contract is severed. Now it's done. Now you can move on to something healthier. You're done with the lesson mate, because I'm gonna make a video about that. And now you can go towards what you truly desire in love. So even in that scenario, if you find yourself, there is beauty in that. All right? But in order, I want to say, in order to get to the beauty, you got to look at the truth first. Okay? And lastly, what your soul wants you to know, we have wonder. It says, it's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. It says, I always mess this word up, but you know what I mean, guys. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Come on, we just talked about this. Embrace it either way. Nothing is lost. Everything is positioning you for a come up. So that is what Spirit really wants you to embody in this full moon in Leo. I'm telling you, everything is helping you achieve this come up. Nothing is wasted. Okay? So what we have right here, this is what is available. We have the box, honey, Listen, when I see this box, okay, you see like all of this color outside of here, but inside the box there's color. And this is what I'm just getting on an intuitive level, okay? Believe it or not, if I was to tell you that comfort zones we say that they're bad and nothing can grow, but it's a comfort zone. At one point of time, that was a destination. You understand me? That was the grand prize. But the problem is we get comfortable like this is the all in, this is it. Okay? When truthfully, it was it for that moment. But now it's a new season. It's a new space. It's a new time. It's a new destination that's meant to become a comfort zone for a while. But the thing is, we sometimes stay too long in places because it's of comfort. Like, okay, boom, I'll give an example. Have you ever experienced like when we're working, okay, and we're like, okay, this job is just going to get me here until, yada, 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 square Z and square X. Okay. That's just, how we be doing sometimes. But then when we get in this job, the perks are good. It's no drama, no arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's feeling good. So before you know, you're like, I'm gonna do another year here. I'm gonna do a couple of 6 months here. I'm gonna do another time. And before you know it, initially, because it felt good, you're not even doing what you initially wanted to do, but now you're stuck right here. Okay? And sometimes in life, being that wasn't the end all, there we go. But we made it the end all. The universe, the divine, source, Allah, whatever it is you believe in, has to get you uncomfortable and shake some shit up. So that's when these lessons and all of these things come in and these tower moments and we're like, what's going on? This will happen so you can get uncomfortable and go in the direction you were initially supposed to go. Okay? But if I'm not going to lie to you, a comfort zone, it's not what's best for you. Okay? But sometimes it's all that you know. It's all that you know. And then some comfort zones, them shits feel legit. They feel good. We not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give you an example. There was a beautiful soul. This young man was amazing. This young man was amazing. He really liked me. He gave me all of the attention. He was a solid catch. If you were, a person like, girl, yes, be with this person. But for me knowing where my life is going, the kind of person that I am, and, what I desire in a partner and just where I'm going, it wasn't what was for me. But I could have taken this person up for this. Okay. I could have got into this relationship. I could have did it, but I knew within myself that if I even, if I did it, that, I don't know why we're going here, but okay, spirit, it would be an injustice to myself and then to this person, because I knew that it was just momentarily, but I knew this person looked at me like forever, but this person for me was just literally be right now, and instead of doing that, I had to, tell this person, you're an amazing man, you're incredible, you are going to make a woman super happy, but it's not me, because right now, at that moment, he's what I wanted, but I knew long term. It was just right now, probably this moment, I just didn't want to be lonely or just hear was somebody that was available. But I love myself. I've gotten content with seeking on having all of those things in me. So that excuse didn't work anymore for me. So I had to level up and tell this beautiful soul, you're amazing. But, you're not my forever. But you're going to make someone super happy. And that was one of the hardest conversations to have, And the reason why is because sometimes we box ourselves in situations. Through the world's eye, that man was a great catch, And had I lived by other people's expectations or what love is perceived, I would have settled for that. But I know what I desire, So yeah, that's just an example. I don't know why Spirit asked me to put all that out there, but anyways, there it is. So listen, the box, this card, okay, is the box. It says the cage, the rules, the norm, structure, order, okay, logic. Now listen, those things are beautiful when they are in alignment with your truth. Do you understand me? The thing is, those things can become very dangerous if it's not in alignment with your truth and you're going by somebody else's rules, somebody else's orders, somebody else's structure. And that could be spiritually, materially, it don't matter. Romantically, it doesn't matter. Okay? So it says we all live to some degree within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, accepted, and expected. It says it holds us in place, all the while holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, okay? And is limiting us at the most unconscious level. It is built of layer upon layer of the world's constraints and perspectives, breaking through its constraints. Sorry, guys. Okay, requires awareness. Okay, continued effort and what bravery. Like I told you, that's what Spirit had me. I'm like, why the hell is Spirit asking me to share that? Listen. The box, the norm, what's expected of you, the rules, the cage, Yeah, you can live. Okay, and you can live comfortable, but you can never get extraordinary. No, you can't. You can't. Because extraordinary is outside the box. In this, we have color, but it's limited, honey. It's limited. But the blues, the greens, the reds, the yellow, all of the chakras, everything you've ever wanted, it's outside of the what? Say it with me. All right. The box. This, guys, it says, the box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now, made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of the multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going. Break through. To live an exquisite life requires it. So I'm telling you, this is why you got to embrace the Queen of Wands. You got to embrace the light, and you got to embrace the dark. You got to embrace every aspect of yourself. Because I said, this come up, this next move that you're about to make, you can't play small. You can't do what everybody always did. You can't do what's expected of you. You have to stand and live in your truth. And that takes courage. But the beautiful thing about it, if you've been rocking with guided intuition, you already know on a daily, this is what we practice. This is what we've been gearing up for, y'all, right now in this very moment, the come up. I say dare to be bold and jump. Jump off. Allow the wings of courage to carry you. Okay? It's game time. That's what Spirit wants you to know. It's game time. The come up. You've been practicing for this. This is what you've been doing. All right? Shed whatever little bit you got to shed. Okay? But you coming out that box. You know? I'm telling you, you're coming out of that box. And this is what I want to say. You really don't have a choice, but you do have a choice. Because what happens is, I truly believe that we all divinely, when we came into where we came from, a bliss, that we all signed contracts, agreed upon certain meanings of certain things to happen within our life, in our world. Okay. And, you know, you can go willingly, because I was told recently by my spirit guys ain't even playing with me. They said, listen, now Tori, you can go now, get the memo, or you gonna go later. You can say, but eventually you're going to have to go. That means you're going to have to get uncomfortable. That means the tower moments are going to happen. You understand me? And I've learned to embrace the tower moments, because I know that the tower moments is here to blow down any faulty foundation. But some of us, if we're honest with ourselves, we get the call way before the tower moment comes. Our intuition's so on key. We didn't got that call a couple of times, baby, before that tower moment comes. You know, listen, go ahead, write that book. Go ahead, put your business out there. Go ahead, open up to love. You know, there's more for you than this relationship. You didn't already got a call. Your intuition said, trust yourself. Go ahead and jump. This idea is hot. Boom, you got it. Connect with this person. They're going to help you. Like, you know, invest in yourself. Do this. Like, you didn't heard a call. It's time for you to move. It's time for your own space. Like, you didn't heard a call. But I don't really know. So you made a choice to not honor it in that moment. So what's going to happen is that now the universe, the divine source, has to bring certain situations in order for you to honor that where you need to be. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like the beautiful soul to know that is watching this video? Okay, right now, whenever they are, what would you like them to know about this full moon in Leo? What is this going to do for their life? What changes are happening, okay? Look at this. Solar eclipse. Revolution. Now, didn't I say on Instagram I pulled a card revolutionary? Now we have revolution. So this is what's going to happen in your life right now. 44. 4 is the number of activation. What does this revolution mean in your life right now? It says this card spells out change. Dramatic change. And it says revolution is actually something that starts in an individual heart. Now remember, I told you, sometimes you got to be the first. You got to be the first to do it. Okay? When you are bold enough to stand in your truth, this is when change will happen. This is when the abundance, the money, the love, the lifestyle, everything that is for you will find you, because you are in alignment with your truth. If you're being something that you're not, if you're, maxing your heart, if you're not healing, if it's in pain, if you're shutting out divinely orchestrated things that Spirit is bringing to you, if you're not believing in yourself, when you get these ideas, when you get these visions and these gut feelings to go, when you don't take, you don't listen to yourself, when you choose to take a step back and turn the other way, You are not in alignment with your truth, because right now your truth is to jump. That's your truth. So you can take comfort in that. When you honor your truth, everything that is for you has to come to you, no matter what it is. This is why that saying says, if it's meant for you, it will always be, baby. So if it doesn't be, it's not meant for you. I promise you, you can trust in that. You know, through the changes in your life, it's going to bring major transformations, okay, are about to happen. Eclipses are all about dramatic change, period. It talks about when this card shows up in your reading, you can expect swift change to end one chapter and start a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen. Oh my God, didn't I just say that? Not having recently paid much attention to the situation, then you're presented with a shock or a jolt, and you're reeling over the sudden change. This upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe, so you can embark on new territories or even venture to strange new territory, but it will be daunting. These events may seem like negative at first. A divorce, the end of a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing your job. Eclipses tend to affect relationships formats, however. Okay? So you may soon see or experience upsetting change, but it will be worth it. So yes, that's a part of an eclipse, but also what an eclipse holds is you may find yourself having to dive in, change something, fix something, or create something you hadn't really thought of, but will work out brilliantly. That ends up transforming your life all the way, or all the ways you've hoped for, maybe beyond your wildest imaginations. Now I'm telling y'all, hear me. Listen to that intuition, because it is guiding you and taking you somewhere sacred and somewhere special. Okay? So, my love muffins, I feel like I have talked your head off enough. We're going to end it here. I love you. I hope that you embrace this energy, really come into the confidence, really own this full moon in Leo, and know if you got to be the only one standing for the cause, baby, stand for the cause, okay? I love you so much, my love muffins, and it is such an honor to read for the beautiful soul who is watching this video. And as always, I will catch you on my channel, and take care. Follow, she blazing.